Jamaica is full of good people who will let souls speak louder than them. We gotta support the efforts of our police officers. Certainly, there are some folks in this country who are legitimately grieving the loss of their loved ones. Their sons, their daughters, uncles, aunts, mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, whose lives were brutally and mercilessly snuffed out. It is a tragedy for the families. It is a tragedy that officers will have to deal with. It is a tragedy that the community and the country on a whole will have to live with, right? And I'm not blind to the fact that there is a lot of people, social media commentators and the news medias, lining up to take advantage of these tragedies to paint a narrative to suit their own agendas. The narrative is always that the police is not doing enough. I agree, a lot more can be done, but with the right leadership, someone with balls to make tough calls. A lot more can be done with a better legislative framework and the right amendments to our antiquated laws that we have on the books. Now, I want you to imagine a Jamaica where all of this is improved, right? Where we spend billions and billions of dollars to implement the best security apparatus. Now, people, all of that means nothing if you, the people, is not on board to assist in getting rid of criminals within your communities, right? We as people don't seem to get this part of it. We continue to dump the blame on the system. What about the deafening silence of those who know the perpetrators but aren't speaking up? What about the people who hide these animals, who's creating death and destruction within their communities all over this island, right? One of our greatest problems that we are facing in this country is people getting their lives snuffed out daily. Innocent people being taken out, children, right, caught in the crossfire, elderly becoming victims of this senseless foolishness. Yet there is this overwhelming, deafening silence. Now, people, 80% of our homicides every year are people living in what we call garrisons. 80% of all serious crimes occurs within these communities across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Now, Jamaica is one of the most violent countries within the Caribbean. As a matter of fact, in 2020, a report on the Caribbean and Latin America revealed that Jamaica has the highest homicide rate in the entire region. This means that we have a serious problem. Yet we have a nation of dumbs, right, when it comes on to speaking up about the atrocities. No one wants to tackle the real issue. All we seem to be able to do, and we do this very well, is to blame the system. But contrary to what you may think, this is not a police problem. This is not a government problem. It's the whole of we problem. The whole of we have to work together if we're gonna get this thing under control. Now, ask yourself this question. Who is committing the crimes in your community? You know exactly who it is, yes? Have you alerted the police? Have you passed on the information to the relevant authorities? If not, then it simply means that you is a part of the problem as well. Nothing that happens in a community of hundreds of people goes unnoticed. No secret can keep in a tenement yard. Somebody has to know. If you are not aware, proper investigation includes getting information from witnesses, people who have knowledge of what took place. So no action can be taken if no intel is forthcoming. There's a trend going on right now where friends are turning their weapons on each other. Them used to go to school together. Them used to go to the same church together. Them used to eat out of the same touch pot. They know the capabilities and the whereabouts of one another. And so the moment there's a falling out, right, there's another life lost. The fascinating thing about this is whenever these brutes carry out their acts of brutality, no one seems to know what took place. There's almost always no one to speak up unless it affects them directly. But conveniently enough, Everyone camera is always rolling. Their antennas and their satellites capture everything that the security forces does, even at 3 a.m. in the morning. If more people of this country give a damn about the victimization, right, of people by criminals, the same way that they give a damn about what the police is doing at 3 a.m. in the morning, we would have had much safer communities. And I'm not pretending that the police is without sin. There's room for everyone to come on board to participate in fixing the deficiencies of the JCF. But let's fix the bigger problem at hand first. Communities are at risk, and it's not because the JCF has its shortcomings. It's at risk because we have a large number of firearms in the hands of remorseless criminals who don't care if you are a child or you are an 80-plus-year-old elderly. It doesn't matter who you are. So don't think for a second that they care about you, right? If you're in a them way, them are going to name your food, right? So why do you keep protecting them? Why do you keep supporting them? Why do you big them up like them as somebody? You are the ones who nurture these vicious animals in your communities. You are the ones who protect and shield them in their wrongdoings. And eventually they become uncontrollable and turn their fangs against the entire community. So you barricading yourself inside of your own behind grills would make you any safer. If you know something, say something. It would be nice if communities actually support law enforcement the way how I see them supporting and backing these vicious animals. The police would get a lot more done that way. As a matter of fact, there wouldn't be any need for zones of special operations or state of emergencies. The resources poured into these zones could be allocated elsewhere for social intervention programs for at-risk youths. Instead, we have to use these much needed resources doing patchwork. Something up over there, so we run and patch it up. Something up over there, so we run and try to patch it up. This come like a road work, right? You have a road full of pothole. The National Work Agency comes in, them patch up the road, and a few weeks later, the same spot broke out again with much bigger potholes, right? This is the same thing that is happening in your communities. Something happen, police and soldiers come in, them camp out in your community. Nothing is happening. There's no changes. Why is that? Because you, the people, is not giving the police the right information or the much needed intel that they need to do their jobs properly. And because of that, we have been doing the same things over and over again. The key ingredient the people is missing from the equation. People get involved. I take this crime situation personally. It affects us. It affects us police officers as well. It affects you, the citizens, right? We are the ones who have to process these tragic scenes. We are the ones who see the distress on the faces of loved ones left behind. We are the ones going out there on patrol and stopping people not knowing that they have a gun under their seats, ready to engage us. We are the ones who have to take the risk, right, to our lives to try to clean this mess up. Have you ever wondered, where are the placards and the outrage? Where are the burning of the tires and the blocking of the roads, right, for the countless innocent people who have had their lives cut short because of senseless violence? The fact of the matter is, the people out there, some of them who have the most to say, are absolutely MIA when it comes to the true threat facing this country. They are MIA when it comes down to putting their lives on the line to serve and protect their communities. They are MIA when it comes down to calling out the scums who are wreaking havoc in their own communities in this country. But they are quick to jump down the throats of police officers who are out there doing their jobs. You know, I always felt that Jamaica is full of good people who let the assholes speak louder than them. We gotta support the efforts of our police officers. The police cannot help a community that doesn't even want to help themselves. We are our biggest problem. We as the people, right? I know there's a lot that goes into why we are in our current predicament, but it is time for us to wake up and speak up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Catch you in the next one. Blessings.